Bonnie Blue, the biggest threat to my sanity, in my personal, deeply exhausted opinion. Welcome back to the HR department. Case file of the day, Bonnie Blue. If you've been on the internet for like the past 6 months and you don't know who she is, I envy you. I've got to be a little bit careful with this one. It does seem like Bonnie is up for a good court case. No, I'm not talking about the predator accusations. No, I'm talking about suing smaller creators.
I'm being sued by Bonnie Blue for comparing her to Genghis Khan.
Before we get into all of that, let's take a deep dive inside Bonnie Blue, just like half the UK male population are fond of, apparently.
You had a job in recruitment, didn't you?
Average pay, average annual leave, the whole thing to summarise it. Average.
Someone who's broken out of the Matrix.
If I go back to recruitment, that's still boring. I'm too good to do the average life. Of course. So I was like, skip recruitment.
Yeah. Loser! Don't be in the rat race, guys. Loser! Fuck the blue pill, red pill shit. You losers are taking the 9 to 5 shit pill. Yeah, losers. You want to make money for your family? You want to build a career? Average and boring. Loser! So what has she done to break out of the Matrix, you may ask? You know, this all seems a little bit...
She said she was 12.
How old is she? 25. She's 25. This woman is 4 years older than me. 4 years. I'm aware I have the unnatural, some may say unnerving resemblance to a 14-year-old boy who's allergic to peanuts. But, like, have I missed something?
I call them barely legal teens because I'm aware it's going to get attention. And the more attention I get, the more word it spreads. And the more people that know about it, the more 18-year-olds I can sleep with.
You can't see the issue that people have with you when you're using the phrase barely legal to describe people that you want to sleep with. I can't tell if she's just really, really sick, being willfully ignorant, or just like actually just unaware. Saying you want to sleep with somebody who is barely legal infers the subject was yesterday a child and now today they're technically legal, so now you can sleep with them, and the only thing stopping you from sleeping with them before was the fact that you could be arrested because they were a minor. Doesn't really reflect well on one's morals now, does it though, Bonnie? 300 years ago she'd be burned at the stake. To be fair, so would I, but the reasonings would be very different. Hers because she's doing shit like this.
I was just thinking, I wonder which uni society is going to give me the best facial.
Mine would be that I'd be a desperate attention seeker thinking it's quirky to claim that she can make shit hover. Ooh. Personally, I don't think that anybody under the age of 21, maybe even 25 to be honest, should be legally allowed to take part in any sort of pornography, purely for the fact that it does change your entire life. It's not something that you can so easily get rid of, especially with how the internet is nowadays. I want to make it very clear, I am not hating on female sex workers. There's a market for it. The money involved is huge. We've got Bonnie Blue saying that she's making over 600k a month. 600k a month! It's, sorry to sound like Central C, generational wealth. When I was 18, having an OnlyFans was made very normal to me. And I remember turning 18 and genuinely considering starting one. If I had started one, I cannot explain to you the regret I would be feeling right now. I'm not saying this is with everybody. I know there are loads of people who would be able to post something like that at 18, be happy with it for the rest of their lives.
I wondered, I can't see it on the menu, but where do I get the 5 guys from?
So, huh?
The 5 guys. I didn't know if it was like a special room where you can take me out back.
No, I don't think that's happening.
What about after your shift? I mean, I'd want to give you, a good rating.
I'm a Christian man and I'm saving myself to marry.
I'm asking for what's on the menu, that's all.
Genuinely, I feel like I'm doing it right now. I can hand you a menu if you want.
Are you on it?
No, I'm not.
No age check before? Not that I would imagine that would bother you very much, but seems like a good thing to do before you walk up to a random person doing their everyday job and just sexually harass them. Also, can we please just appreciate the fact that if Bonnie Blue was Benny Blue, she'd be behind bars. I think it's so disturbing how quickly people can dismiss the fact that boys and men can experience sexual harassment, sexual abuse, sexual trauma as well. The second he shows any form of discomfort, you should be walking away. Why are you still there, mate? Now you're probably thinking, what does her family think about all this? Because I know for a fact that if my Ghanaian nan saw me in the headline saying that I slept with 1,000 guys in 12 hours, Jesus Christ.
I've seen that your dad is actually really supportive and he goes out handing out flyers for you and
My
stuff.
mum and dad, it's like a family business.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
What does your dad say about it?
Honestly, he loves it. Like, obviously doesn't sit watching the videos, but like all my social media, my TikToks, he'll have a look at.
Oh, What?
I've got these stamps and it says like, I want to sleep with Bonnie Blue and stuff. And like, I was practicing them on my dad, and my dad was like, I need to go to the pub after this.
I'm turning around. I really don't like that. That is really actually quite disturbing. As a father, or just, a parent in general, any form of sexualizing or objectification of your child should put you in immediate disgust or discomfort at least.
Dad, what is your proudest moment of me?
Probably when you took 19 on in one go.
You see, I told you I don't have daddy issues.
Oh, I don't like it. Like, how did you get to a place in your life where part of your job is to hire somebody to pretend to be your literal father and then tell them to start talking about how much you can take? These OnlyFans creators keep trying to one-up each other, doing the most craziest stunts to get attention. It's like having town crazies running about the street. We've got people like Katie Robinson still banging on about Tommy Fury and Molly May and being part of the reason, yeah. Look, Lily Phillips walking about with on her face in public, and then we've got good old Bonbon running for boys whose mothers still lay out their clothes for them every morning. They are the town crazies, and we're just accepting this in our society. Kick them out the village, please.
That's what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago. I told you girls, taking fluids for moisturizer was good for your skin.
Bold of you to assume that I'm going to get up, go out of my house, find a man, which may be the biggest struggle of it all, bring him back to my house, and then have him just all over my face. Yeah, I think I might just stick to my cellar water. Yeah, that's more me, that is.
Do you know what I mean? I've got white jeans on, red trainers. That's me.
Who's the worst person you could possibly think of catching you queuing up for Bonnie Blue? Wife? Girlfriend? Boyfriend? Dad? Mother?
Where is he?
He's just getting changed, he's coming out.
Put your clothes on and come. Otherwise I'll get the police to come for you. Put on your clothes now and come out. Where's your coat? Find your coat. Very sharp clothes. He's not sick today. Joseph, where's your coat?
No, because I'd literally be forced to inhale 8 pints of Thames water. Imagine as a parent, you get a call from Janice down the street going, "Hey Katie, hey, I thought I'd just give you a quick buzz. Basically, I was walking around the neighbourhood, and I saw your Tommy. Your Tommy, yeah. And he had a balaclava pulled up halfway across his face, standing in a queue with about maybe 99 other men, and there were some very odd noises coming from the inside. I waved at him actually, and he pulled the balaclava all the way up past his eyes. What were the noises coming from inside the house? Oh, kind of like a... Immediately disowned, out of the will. Get your stick and your hanky and off you trot. Somebody call Batman. I've got an abandoned child for him to exploit. If you are doing something where you have to hide your face, disguise your identity, it's probably not the best decision. She says that she's doing it for free, but realistically, it kind of just seems that she's using them for free sexual labor and exploiting them. She's putting it online and making money off it. So all the guys really get is to finish and potentially a risk of an STD.
What does your mum think about your dad going and fucking someone else? What's her opinion on your opinion of that?
If my mum wasn't pleasing him, I'd go, what do you expect?
Right. Fair.
Like, he's paying the bills, he's working hard. If you're not doing the bare minimum, he's going to be going elsewhere. Like, and I've got friends that I can recommend.
At least a ball tickle.
Exactly.
At least, yeah.
Women can't live with them. No, that's it. What you're saying is that a woman deserves no respect unless she's at the sexual disposal of her husband or boyfriend, which is just so damaging. It's meant to be enjoyed by both parties, and I think any real man would want that. If not, then grow up. It seems to me like she's been the guest on a lot of YouTubers' podcasts, and it's so obvious sometimes that the host just does not agree with her, yet the majority of them refuse to really argue back. Let them just go, wah, 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 and they just sit there and go, bears, valid, so valid, bears. I understand that you don't want to be rude to your guests. You've invited somebody onto your show, you're not then going to attack them. However, if they start spreading misinformation and start saying little dodgy things, you as the host have the responsibility to call that out for what it is. Because if you're not calling it out and you're just sitting there going, oh true, oh my god, valid, you are endorsing that behaviour and normalising it. Just because somebody has a bit of a personality does not mean that they are a good interviewer or good at handling guests.
People could say I'm at high risk. I would disagree. Like, I used to feel more objectified when I worked in an office and I had men being inappropriate to me, but I didn't feel like I could stand up and say anything because they was either managers or they was in a higher job position. I choose to be, I guess objectified now, but I'm in control of it.
I find this clip super interesting because she's talking about the control of being sexualized and why she kind of likes this part of the job and this industry. When she was working in a 9-to-5, she was sexualized and objectified by people she had no control over them doing so. She felt out of control and vulnerable. However, now everyone's sexualizes her, but it's all under her control because she puts herself out into the world that way. Maybe she has a problem with control, and this is like a manifestation of it. Now guys, I feel like I owe you a bit of a trigger warning for this section. When I was first forced, it's important I add that, to witness this depraved act, I experienced symptoms such as nausea, intense migraines, temporarily blind for 4 days. So not the greatest experience for me. Bonnie Blue has released a sex tape, and the person she's having intercourse with is none other, deep breaths, Bevo. Dinner. Oh, not the swallowing man! The swallowing man? I mean, what's he swallowing now? God forbid. Who asked for this collab? Not me. Not me. Did you ask for it? Because if you did, I'm scared of you. I am scared of you.
Yeah, hopefully you know the rules now.
I know the rules.
Ah, oh my ears. Oh, that's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my. You see, I don't think missing out on a 9 to 5 personally is worth this for me.
There was no period where she had a break.
100, 900, the big 1000.
It seems like she has a lack of safety concerns for herself and kind of projects that onto other people, oblivious almost to why it's dangerous to sleep with like 1,000 guys. It sounds so odd because it seems so obvious.
It's caseball time. That's what falls in the cases involved. It's caseball time.
So she has used the phrase barely legal to describe her victims of seduction. She slept with Bevo. I mean, that on its own is enough. Been heavily misogynistic. Looks a bit like this picture of E.T. Sorry, low blow. You shouldn't go for people's looks, guys. Sometimes they can't change it. And sometimes, just sometimes, it can really upset people. Some people, not me, I'm hard as nails. Some people might get really upset about it and cry about it for weeks and weeks and weeks and then stare at the mirror and just scream it like, ah! Wondering if they can ever change their face. Not me, just someone. Sexually harassed a Five Guys worker, sleeps with married men and men in committed relationships with no remorse and actually blames the woman. I mean, all in all, she's just a very strange woman. I fear that she spreads misinformation, in my opinion, allegedly. However, the men taking part in it, please go to therapy, please. We'll set up a GoFundMe. Everyone donate to it. I'll put the link in the bio, okay? With this all said and done, I would class this case file as a violation to the internet, and therefore she should definitely 100% be fired, please. So Bonnie Blue, you're fired.